Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my diet. I have a lot of people out of the country who watch my videos and I think see me on my Facebook page, and they always ask me about my diet and what I do and about food because they eat very unhealthy or eat a lot of like fat, or I don't know, they're always very interested in what I eat. And it's mostly people from out of the country who ask me this question. So I wanted to make this video. Now, it doesn't seem like I eat very well, but so what I do eat is I keep kind of like a keto diet. So I do low carb, no sugar, no dairy, except for I do eat yogurt. And I've kind of been doing this for a while. I do cheat on it a little bit. I do, like on the weekends, I have eaten a donut with my kids at the donut place. Or like while I'm making my son a peanut butter sandwich, I'll take a bite of his peanut butter sandwich and then I'll give it to him, like kind of things like that. But I don't actually like sit down and eat like carbs or pizza or anything. So mostly like the carbs that I eat are like white rice, and I always cook my white rice, steamed white rice, with coconut oil. And so when it cools down and you heat it back up, it makes it more like starch resistant. So it's actually better for you. So I always cook my steamed white rice with coconut oil in it. Plus I like the way that it cooks it, because then it makes it all like all the little grains don't stick together and get mushy. They kind of separate or whatever. So that's kind of my diet. It's low carb, no sugar, no dairy, except for yogurt. And the yogurt that I do eat is the one that was recommended to me by my doctor. He suggested that I eat the Dannon brand whole milk plain yogurt with no sugar, or the Brown Cow brand, but that one's a little bit more expensive, so I don't get that one. And it's because of the cultures in it, because of the bacteria in it. They all have different kinds of bacteria, the different types of yogurt, and I guess what he thinks is the better one. So that's the one that I eat, is the Dannon brand. So that's pretty much the only dairy that I eat. He did say that I could eat some cheese. So sometimes I eat like pepper jack cheese, like with my eggs. Sometimes that's what I eat. But other than that, that's pretty much what I eat. So anyways, taking that into consideration, when I started taking the prednisone, because I had to go up on the prednisone to 80 milligrams, which is what I'm taking right now, because I flared up so bad. I gained all this weight. Like, I gained all of this weight. I gained like 38 pounds. And this is me being on this diet and just cheating a little bit. Like, maybe I cheated a little bit more because the prednisone gives you like crazy cravings. It makes you hungry. So maybe I was cheating a little bit more than I normally do. But even in that way, I mean, it's just like I still wasn't eating like fast food. I wasn't eating like pizza or burgers, or like I wasn't eating all of these things. It was just like a little bit of cheating, like a little bit of bites here and there. So, and I still gained all this weight. So don't feel bad, because this is what prednisone does to you. Like, this is, I think a lot of it is water retention. A lot of it is water retention, because my feet and my knees are super swollen. Like, they're super swollen. And my face, I mean, this moon face thing is usually not this big, and it's like super swollen. So Definitely has to do with the steroids. If you gain weight on the steroids, like really, I mean, look at my diet. I'm telling you how my diet is. And I still gained almost 40 pounds in 2 months. So anyway, so that's pretty much, I mean, I just don't know what else to say about my diet. That's pretty much what I eat. I mean, how I eat. Very low carbs. Pretty much no sugar. I eat some fruits, but very small amounts of fruits. Like if I eat some strawberries, I'll eat like maybe like 5 strawberries, and that's it. Or, I mean, I don't get anything that has any added, I don't eat anything that has any added sugar or sugar. Like we don't buy sugar, we don't keep sugar at home. Everything that we try to eat is pretty much sweetened naturally with like stevia, erythritol, xylitol, monk fruit. Like the sweeteners that I get are pretty much like Lakanto, Swerve. I get just regular stevia. That's what I sweetened my drinks with, my teas. I drink a lot of teas. Like I drink ginger and lemon tea. I drink this other tea with apple, cinnamon, and bay leaves. I drink a lot of lemon water. Sometimes I put some stevia in my lemon water and make it a little bit kind of like lemonade. And so yeah, I mean that's how I eat. And the reason why I also eat that way is because with my doctor that I go to, we're trying to treat, I have this bacteria overgrowth, candida overgrowth, what he calls a deep, or what they call a deep blood fungus. So fungus in my blood, so that we're trying to kill off. And all of that fungus, the candida, it feeds off of sugar and carbs, and we're trying to kill it off, so I have to not eat those things. And I also take antifungal medications. I take like a couple of those. I take nystatin, and I take this other one called ivermectin. And so that's what I do to help that. So hopefully this helps with what I eat. With my disease, with pemphigus vulgaris, with the pemphigus itself, I don't think that it actually makes a difference. I just don't know. I didn't have it long enough to know if it affected it. Usually I was either on medication or I was pregnant. And both of those things kind of kept it at bay. So I just don't know if the diet alone helps out the pemphigus so much. And I think that a lot of people who watch my videos or go to my page are really wondering about that, if the way that I eat actually makes a difference with my autoimmune disease. And I just don't know if it does or not. I know that I have like maybe like some gluten intolerance, because I've seen kind of what happens to my body when I eat gluten and versus when I don't. So, but I don't think that that contributes to like the actual blisters and my disease. So in that way, I don't really know how I can help you with that. Of course, it's always better to not eat so much sugar and not eat so many carbs, and it does have health benefits. But directly with pemphigus vulgaris, I don't really know. So that's something maybe that you can try and see if it makes a difference. I do know that sometimes like eating certain foods like tomatoes or onions sometimes irritates your mouth when you have pemphigus vulgaris. because pemphigus also affects the inside of your mouth and gives you kind of like blisters or lesions or sores or whatever inside your mouth. So sometimes you'll be perfectly fine for months and months and months or whatever, and then you eat onions, like raw onions or something, and then you notice maybe like that same day or the next day that you have like little sores in your mouth, and then they kind of go away right away, or things like that. Or you eat tomatoes, or you eat peppers, or you eat salsa, or things like that that might cause some irritation. I do know that that happens. That has happened to me. I know that that has happened to other people who have pemphigus, so that could be something. But other than that, this is what I do. This is my eating stuff video. If you still have any other questions or are curious about other stuff, or even like what kinds of food I eat, like what I make for dinner, things like that, I try to post things like that on my page, so you can see that it does take some time to like try to figure it all out, and it maybe seems overwhelming because you're like, well, what do you eat if you eat low carb, no sugar, no dairy? There's a ton of stuff that you can still eat. There's a ton of stuff that is still good. A lot of food. You get used to it and you figure out ways to make it work. The one thing that I can say is don't try to like like if you make a pizza that's like made with cauliflower crust or whatever, like don't compare it so much to pizza, like, because it's never gonna taste like pizza, because it's not pizza, because it doesn't have the bread. So then it just makes it worse. Then you're just like, oh, this is not pizza, and oh, it doesn't taste so good, and it doesn't taste like pizza. Eat it, make it like a pizza, but then call it what it is. It's a cauliflower crust something, you know, because then your mind is not focused on it having to taste like pizza, and then when it doesn't taste like pizza, it's just such a disappointment, and it's so devastating, and you're just like hating yourself because you can't have all these foods. Have all of these foods, like making like spaghetti with vegetable noodles or whatever. It's not spaghetti. It's not gonna taste like spaghetti, but it's the closest thing. So you make it, but then you tell yourself what it is. It's vegetable noodles with spaghetti sauce and meat or whatever, and it tastes good. It just tastes good because of what it is, not because you're trying to compare it to pasta. You know, things like that. It's more of a mindset, really, on your food. So that's the way that I do it. That's the way that I am actually able to keep it up for such a long time, is because I just enjoy it for what it is. It's a different kind of food. It's a new food, and so and I just try to like change it up, you know, whatever. So anyways, yeah, if you have any other questions, you know, that I didn't get to answer here, you can always comment below or go to my page and send me a message or something, and I'll get back to you. I always try to anyway. So I hope this helps, and yeah, I'll let you guys know whenever I make the next video. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be. These videos are not very edited right now. I don't have like a real good editing system right now, so they're pretty kind of raw, but I do want to make them. So because I do want you guys to, I get a lot of questions and people ask me about these videos all the time, and I feel bad that I don't make them. So I'm gonna keep making them, and they're not gonna be great because I, like I said, don't have editing system quite yet, but I'm glad that I can help somehow. So I'll make another one.